Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another oldie but goodie. I am still in the funk, and as I mentioned in the earlier video, I did not find my mojo at the lake or my time away, so I think I'm just exhausted and ready for the end of the school year. So hopefully things will reset in the next couple of weeks and I can get back to my normal routine. It's been hard going. So today we're going to be making it's a center spread or a full journal spread. Now, it optimally works best if it's the center spread, and I'll show you why in a second. I have done this before about a year ago. But back in that time, I had really terrible notes, and these are my better notes. So I will take a screenshot of this or picture and put it in the photos at the end of the video if you want to grab that and take a picture of it or a snapshot. So I can also hold it for you here. My camera is a little bit crooked today for some reason. So there we go. So let me see if I can adjust this. That makes me a little bit nutso. There we go. Okay, so these are all my bits. So I'm going to set these aside here for a moment. And we're going to come back to those, and we've got more beautiful things. So I did a few. So this is the most recent one that I did, but I was really disappointed with the way that this all folded up because I got this like crooked fold, and it's just the way that I glued it. So see that? So I'm going to be a little bit more cognizant this time. Now this one, what I did is I printed the bottom page. So you need 3 pieces of digital paper or whatever you're using. Your project has 3 layers, 1, 2, and 3. And so I printed the base layer, which is the signature page, on 65-pound paper. I wanted it to be a little bit more robust. And then these other 2 pages are printed on 32-pound paper. So quite a bit thinner, about half as thin almost. So I have my Fabri-Tac, didn't reach for my Bearly Arts. I've got my Bearly Arts glue here. Corner rounder, eyelet setter. Not sure what all we're going to do on camera, but I thought I would show you. I'm going to do 2. One, I'm going to just show you the construction. I'm going to set that one aside and finish it off camera, and then we'll do one all the way through together. So, but what's beautiful about this is that this, again, gets sewed into a signature here. We've got a big pocket here. We've got big pockets here. And then we have this tall, slim pocket. I watched this over on Angela Kerr Designs. I'm having trouble finding that video, and I'm not sure why, but I'll link her channel. And if you just search on her channel, search center spread, it may be just that I was expecting a different visual, and I didn't go back and watch all of them, but it is from Angela Kerr. So just so you know that. So that is it. Our supplies that we're using today, we've got Rach and Bella Crafts and Angela Kerr Designs. This is the spring journal that I'm working on. And then I also printed similar images from Raindrop Lila and Sani Creates, which is her yellow and blue bonanza. They're all kind of the same colors as this, but I wanted to spice it up and add more ephemera, different kinds of pieces in this journal than I have in those 2 kits that I absolutely adore. So this is the one we're going to do fully together. So that's why we've got all of these bits, and we've got all of these bits to choose from. So we're going to set that aside for now. For the second one, I'm using the Seaside Haven, I believe it's called. This is from My Porch Prints, and we're going to be using these 3 pages. So, sorry, uncoordinated this morning. This is our base page, this is our second layer, and this is our top layer. So we're going to be doing this one. I'm just going to show you the construction on this one, and then these are all the beautiful digitals I will be working with. So I just got a new printer, and I'm still fussing with it, so I didn't print on the back of these yet, which is part of the reason why we're not going to do it on camera. So just some beautiful, beautiful seaside images. So we're going to be using those to fill up the one that I'm going to finish off camera. Hoping that's making a modicum of sense. So the first thing that you want to do is take your thicker paper, your bottom page, and you're going to fold, oh, wait a minute, no, not that one. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what order. You could take this big page, this sturdier page, give it a good fold and crease. Let me get my bone folder here and just give that a nice crease. Okay, and we're going to set that aside because that is our signature page base. So we're going to go ahead and crease it both ways. Okay, like that. So that is our base. And then you're going to take your let's take the top sheet. So this top sheet is the one where we have a lot of special folds. Sorry for the thumbs down. I don't know why it does that. So you're going to fold this one in half as well. My pages, just so you know, my new printer doesn't quite have as big of borders on it. So I'm hoping that that's going to buy me a little bit of landscape here, but we want to make sure that this is 8 1/4. Of course, you could make them any size that you want, any size that your journal is. So don't you worry about that. And this is 10 and just under 10 3/4 inches. So you're going to take whatever size page you have, and this page, this is the only page, your signature page is the only one that you need to actually do something on the back because it's going to be part of your signature and you wouldn't want it to be white necessarily. So, but the other 2 pages do not need to have any printing on the back. So we're going to fold this in half. Okay, and just meeting up those corners and all of that jazz. I'm going to give that a good crease. This is 32 pound paper, so it's not too hard to get an easy crease. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure 2 1/2 inches from this fold. So this is our fold. So you're going to take 2 1/2 inches, make a mark. All kinds of things in my way here. 2 1/2 inches, and I'm going to grab my pencil if I can locate it. 2 1/2 inches, and of course you could do this any size you want. Yeah, which we'll talk about as we go. You could make it, you could make this inside. So this piece here is that flippy floppy tall pocket. So you could make that a little bit bigger and go a little bit further over, but I'm going to continue with what I've been doing. So I kind of organized the studio this morning, which is often what I do when I'm in a funk, is I will kind of just spruce things up in here. So I moved my scoreboard. So let's get that out, and we're going to score that mark. And I'm just going to, since this is thin paper, I can go ahead and score through both layers. So I'm just going to line this up and get my score tool here. All right, boom. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, so then you can open this up, and let's go ahead and erase that pencil mark. We don't need that anymore. Okay, you could also have obviously just put it in your scoreboard. So now you're going to take your right piece here and fold it over on that score line. Oh, that's not really showing up very well. Let me see what we're doing. Let's just do that. Okay. Now it is going to hang over the center. So see how that's hanging over? That's okay. We expect that. So let's see if I've got this going the right way. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with this side. My score line is not super clear, so just lining that up like so. Let's give that a good burnish. Okay. Open that back up. And so now what you have is you've got this bit, okay? That worked out perfectly the way that those images are going to show. So this is our flippy floppy middle pocket. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to secure this closed because it's a pocket. So we're going to run a bead of glue along this line here just to get that to stay in place while we continue to work. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not a good start for gluing today. And then let's just go ahead and press that down. Okay, go ahead and give that a good press. Okay, we'll put a thumb notch in this this flippy floppy piece, but not quite yet. So you have this. Okay, so you got your flippy floppy. Beautiful. Now you want your middle paper, which is this one in my case. This is like a little ocean scene. I think it goes that way. Oh, maybe it goes this way. There's more blue up here maybe for the sky. So now you have two choices. You are going to want to cut this one down, but you can do it after you get this glued on if you want to kind of estimate how much you want to have left over. But obviously if we put this on this, it's going to cover up that whole bottom page. So I believe my original instructions were to take 1 1/4 inches off. Let me see if that matches up with what I did here. Let me just see. So this is that. So yeah, no, not that much. That's only 3/4 of an inch. Oh no. Let's keep that in mind. This is 3/4 of an inch is what's left over there, but I'm not sure how to figure that off of the original size. My apologies. So you're going to take this paper and also fold it in half. And again, it does not matter that it's white on the back, because we're not going to be seeing that at all. Okay. Now we are going to want to do some inking here. So why don't we go ahead and do that before we move on? And so I will go ahead and be back in just a quick second. Okay, we are ready to move along. Okay, so now we've got this piece. This is our middle section again. You want to pay attention to which direction it's going. I know that I want the bluer part up top because that looks like sky to me. And we're going to want to burnish it back to the other side because of the way that we're going to need to glue this. And hopefully I can resolve the issues I had on my prototype by doing this a little bit differently. So let's open this back up. I flattened it to ink it. Okay, so that's all glued shut, which is what we want. So now we want to, oh, we forgot to glue the bottom. Let me do that really quick. You want to put a bit of glue in here to make it the pocket. I forgot that on the prototype too, but that's okay. We will fix that right now. Come on. There we go. Give that a second to do its oozing. Okay, there we go. So you want to line that center up to the center of the bottom page that you're gluing this on. They should match exactly if you cut them properly. So, and the way that you can tell is just to kind of fold this back like this and just look at it there. Okay, so we're right on that fold, which is what we want. And we are even top to bottom. So now so another thing that you could do, I'm not going to do it on this one, is you could add some lace here and have a lace edge. Let's go ahead and do that just so you can see what that process looks like. Give me a second. Okay, actually we're not going to do that because I don't want to put lace on it that I don't want. And I think my lace I want to use is in a project basket for one of the other journals I'm working on. So, but you would do it here and you would glue your lace on the underside and then you'd have some beautiful decoration there. So we're going to go ahead and go back to where we were. And we're going to line that up again. Okay, like so. All right, if something's hanging over, you can always trim it off later. So I'm going to use my Bearly Arts. It's not my preferred glue, but I'm hoping that this will help me with all my folds and stuff. So we're going to be a little bit more patient here and let this dry really, really well. And I'm wondering, I think in my prototype I also glued here just to kind of get it to stay. And that might have actually been my problem. Not my prototype, my original project a year ago. I think I put glue there. So now I'm going to carefully lift this up without moving anything that's underneath and go ahead and close that. Okay, give it a good rub. Okay, so that it will adhere. And my hope is that if I do it this way, we're going to have a different result because I was not happy with that. I looked at my original project because I had it in my samples drawer, and I didn't have that bunching up of the paper like I did in this one. So same thing here. We're going to go ahead and turn that, and we're going to go ahead and put some glue down here, here, and here. Like so. Again, just give that a good press down the center and on the top and bottom. Okay, there we go. I think we can probably do our thumb notch. I just don't want to bend this paper right now. I want to give it plenty of time to dry before I start manipulating it. So let's see if we can do this without picking it up. So let me grab my circle punch, and I'm just going to estimate, kind of pick it up, but I just don't want to open it. Give a little bit of a thumb notch there. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that is it. Let's see. Let's just go against what I just said. So see how it's bunching? I don't know if that's because the glue is wet or what is going on here. Or if I'm just missing a piece, a step. Because you know when you fold paper, it always changes how it lays. It's not a huge deal because in the journal, it's going to be, it's going to stay down flat. So let's go ahead and do the last step. Just drop my ruler here. Sorry. It's a long way to the floor when you're 59. Okay, so let's see. So now we're at the step where we need to cut some of this off. So if I took off 1 1/4, I'm just going to make a mark here just to see where we ended up here. So yeah, it's still a 1 1/4. Interesting. So I think I'm gonna cut off at that point. So I'm gonna take off 1 1/4 inches. So I'm gonna do that on both sides. So let me make a mark on this one as well. Oops, this way. This way, this way. Okay. I just really love the layered effect of this project because you can begin to incorporate a lot of different kinds of papers in your project, and I think layering is always very interesting. So just re-inking that edge, obviously. Got a pencil mark. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to glue it down to the base. Oh, this is so pretty. So pretty. Oh, we do have to fold this though to do that. So it feels like it's already working better than my last prototype. And I don't know if it would be better to have it on, see what it's doing? It's just all weird. If it would be better to have it all be on heavier paper, I'm not sure, but we're going to keep on rolling. So we're going to go ahead and set that there again. Okay. And we're going to put a bead of glue. You know what? I'm going to have to wait. I don't want to wreck this. So what you would do as your last step is you would glue down the center on that back side, and then you'd also glue this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge to make your pocket again. And then this is your flippy floppy beautiful piece. But I'm not going to do that until all this is ready to go and good, because I think once that glue is dried, I can burnish it and hopefully straighten everything out a little bit better. So that is our instruction. So for the real project, I'm going to do less talking and more crafting, and I'll just speed parts up just so I can help to minimize the length of this video. So here we go. So again, I'm going to start with my base, which is this yellow page. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half. This is the top layer. This is the one that we're going to end up with that extra little pocket in the middle. So we've got that, and I'm going to go ahead and ink the center just to make sure we can see it if we need to. In fact, let's just ink around. Okay. So then you're going to take this. Oh, we got to score it. Goodness gracious, Cara-Renee. We're going to score at 1.5 inches from the fold. 2.5, excuse me, 2.5, not 1.5. I'm going to just go ahead and put that there, and I'm going to go to my my thing here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and fold this again from right to left and then from left to right. Just make sure that your top and bottom is even. Okay, like that. Okay, so we are at the step where we would put this on this. This is our base, sorry. We need this page. So this is the middle section. So we're going to go ahead and take our 1/4 inch off now, and then we're done. So let me see if I have trouble doing that in the cutter. I know it's silly, but yeah, this is what I like to do. So you do you. Okay. Just going to fold that in half, and then I can just cut through both layers that way. There's nothing that has to be perfect about this, so please don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and take that 1 1/4 inches off right there. Okay, so then you end up, so because I did that kind of backwards on the last one. So let me tell you what the final dimensions would be on this if you're using an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So now this measures a 5 or 8.25. What? No, what? That's 8.25. Oh, it's square now. Interesting. So that's a good thing to have remember in your head, is that when this is cut down, it's actually a square. So it's 8.25 by 8.25. So that's perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this one up as well. So I mentioned in my video that you would have seen just prior to this one, I was supposed to take my grandson to a Timbers game in Portland, but I was so overwhelmed, you guys. I was crying like off and on throughout the whole day. It was terrible. And so I was on my way to go get my nails done and then go pick him up. And my daughter texted me and she said, "Hey mom, why don't you just let me have Christopher, her husband, take him for that game?" Because it was the Starlight Parade and in downtown Portland, which is already hard for me. And then not knowing what streets were going to be closed, whether I was going to be able to get out. Like, I don't do well with that. So we just made a deal where they'll buy tickets for another game and I'll take Tanner at that point. So I didn't have to go, and I was so glad because I'm still not in a very good frame of mind. So I was super grateful for that. So here we are again. So we're going to fold this. Let's give this a really good burnish again because we got a little bit weird, and I love what's going to be showing on this. Look at that. So pretty. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, it goes the other way though. This needs to come out. Thought something looked a little bit strange. Boom. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and glue this shut. So I'm going to move this paper just so I don't get any glue on it. I'm just going to run a little bit of glue along that line. I'm going to pull this paper over. Set it on here, right on that fold. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put a bead of glue here, here, and here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and just keep this secure. Fold that back, give it a good press. Okay, so eventually this is going to go on here, but I want to give this time to dry. So we're going to go ahead and set this aside. We'll just use this, keep this close by for reference of what we need to have for sizes of our ephemera. So let me pull over all of the ephemera bits. So some of this, again, is a mix of the Sani Creates and the Raindrop Lila. So a lot of these are the Angela Kerr or Rach and Bella. All of these are Rach and Bella. And then this is, I can't quite tell. I think this is Sani Creates. But look at the vibrancy of those images. They're just so extremely beautiful. This is going to be our tall one. And I've got a bunch. I just went to town on printing some, or cutting some whale tail tabs because I had my die cut machine out. So we've got a bunch of those to choose from. And then these are the big pieces that are going to go in the big pockets. So let me ink up these 4 to start with, and then we'll go from there. I think I want to round the corners though. So I'm going to ink around and ink. Okay, so that is the inking for now. So these will slide into these bigger pockets. I think actually we could glue this down as long as we don't move a bunch of other stuff. So now this one's better than the other one. So look at how flat that's laying. I don't know what I did differently, but that's a lot better. So I think we can continue on without too much trouble. Give that a good crease. Wow, so cool. So different. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this on. So on this one, I think I'm going to just glue the top and bottom. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm just going to glue the top and the bottom. There we go. Let's go ahead and do this thumb notch too while we're at it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So cool. So these ones are going to go in the large pockets. So I do want the really colorful ones to be on the back, on the I'm not going to leave them in here. Well, I guess I could leave them in. We've got plenty of room. So I'm just going to tuck those in there like so. And then let's go ahead and put this blue one here. Let's put this one here. And we're going to put this one smaller. Is this a smaller one? I think it is. Let's go ahead and see if we can see some stuff still. Yeah, there we go. We can pull this out a little bit more. And off camera, I won't do all this on camera, but off camera I'll probably put well, let's go ahead and put it on, and then I can put the eyelet on off camera. But I'm only going to put an eyelet and a whale tail tab on one of these in each pocket, because otherwise that's problematic. So let's go ahead and use one of these ones. Oh, let's get a big one. I want a big one. Okay. These are the whale tail dies that I've linked before. I got them. There's 3 different sizes, and there's 3 of each size. So it's really great if you want to like mass make some whale tail tabs. Miss Shelley got me this one from Amazon, which I love when I'm just doing a one-off, but I love being able to mass make them as well with the dies. So I like having both options. It's pretty cool. Here we go. So let's go ahead and get this on here. And I'm going to kind of, let's see if I can sort of find the middle. We're going to cover up that number, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Like so. Like so. I don't look for perfection. I know that's not even, but I'm going to stick that back in there. And so see how that's going to tie together that other yellow, and that can stick out a little bit for sticking out of the journal. So let's do the same over here. These cards, in case you're curious, I don't generally give these kind of dimensions because it depends on how big you make your thing as to how big your ephemera is. So this is 5 inches by, looks like just a smidge over 7.5. So, but you do you. So let's go ahead and put a whale tail tab on this one. I'll use one of the blue ones. Kind of do a little color coordinating. Okay, I like that. So pretty. It's a little risky to stick this in here in case I have some ooze and glue. So I'm just going to grab a little piece of parchment and stick it behind there, just to make sure we don't have a problem if that touches there. Okay, stick that in there. Why is this one sticking out more? So strange. I guess it's really not. They're going to move and shift, so I guess that's about right. This blue one just looks like it's not going in as deep. Not sure what that's about, but it does not matter. So I've got that parchment behind that whale tail tab, and I'll just, for kicks, I'll put one here in case we got oozing over there. So let's work on the tall one. So this is the one that's going to go in here. I already cut it down to size. It is going to stick up a bit. I don't think I want it to stick up though. Or do I? Yeah, let's let it stick up. Let's let it stick up. I'm going to keep it square. Let's put a whale tail tab on this one. I think I want one of these kind of colorful ones here. How about this one? Yeah, oh, maybe we should go a little bit smaller. I've got a variety of sizes here. I think I would like to go smaller. Ooh, that one would be really pretty. Let's do that. Let's do that. Another thing I love about the dies, because sometimes you don't want as big of a whale tail tab on things as other projects, so this is perfect. I really do not want to go out today, but I have to go get some groceries for the week. I'll probably be doing that after I get this video done. That is so cool. And again, this will have an eyelet and some seam binding. So let's just see if it fits in the pocket. It should. Come on, Cara-Renee. Right there. Right there. So my new printer is so different, you guys. I'm really struggling with it being different. It's gonna be fine, but it's got a lot of settings on it. I have to change the paper type, the media type pretty much every time I print. So I have to figure out how to create presets so that I don't have to do that every time, but kind of a hassle. So we're gonna stick that baby in there. Now, in the future, I would probably make this tag a little bit more stable because it's struggling to get in there because it's on 32-pound paper. So I would maybe make that a little bit. Why are we having trouble? Maybe if I just cut a little bit off, I won't be hassling this. Just a second. This should resolve it as well. So let me just ink that up again. Okay. Try again. I don't tend to like working with ephemera that's less than 65 pound, but this is a very bulky project, so it was a good choice here. So just going to slide that. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. And it can stick up a little bit like that, maybe. Love it. Love it. It should be good to take these out now. So again, I'll put eyelets and stuff on various parts of this or do decorating, but I'm just going to pull some of these and stick them in pockets just so you can see what we have here. So I think these ones could probably go like that. Yeah, like that. Maybe put 2 of those in each of the pockets. Oh, it's a little, is it taller? How is that taller? That's kind of weird. It is taller. let's trim a bit off so they are the same size. It's all right. Could have been my cutting. It could have been the digital. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. And that'll give us more things hanging out with a little bit of seam binding tied off there. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at how it's tying those together. I love it. Okay, so what do we want on the other side? So let's go ahead and that's the same one. And this is different, so we could put this one in here. It's taller though. Isn't that interesting? It is taller. So let's do the same. Fully loaded. That's what we got here. Fully loaded. Those are the same. Okay. Let's go ahead and stick this one in here. That's a lot better. Okay. A lot better. And this one here. Oh, I love this so much. This definitely needs to stick out more though. That tag there, like so. And then again, you can really stuff these because it's they're just beautiful. There's just too much beautifulness to not. I want to add some of the Rach and Bella, Angela Kerr stuff. So let's put this postcard there and this postcard there. And the only thing I'll probably do to embellish again is put some eyelets on, some seam binding, and then maybe a word or two here and there, just some spring words. But I think that's, oh, this is also really pretty. Okay, there's so much pretty. But I think I'm going to go ahead and say ta-ta for now. I will finish this one. I will also do the other one so that when, before I upload the video, I'll take pictures of all that project, and so you have two to look at and feast your eyes. And again, I will take a picture of this and put it in the photos at the end as well, in case you want. It's still not, and there's a little bit of misspelling. Sandwich is not spelled like that, but you know what? I'm imperfect, and so here we go. It is what it is. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.